What's up, YouTube? This is KZXKX, and this is going to be my rant on the Twilight fangirls / Twilight / Stephinie Meyer. Where to start off at? Let's start off with the fangirls. From what I've seen from all these rants, especially Big Steve rant on the Twilight fangirls, they're fucking vicious, and you know, yeah, it's pretty much how he said. They'll go fucking ballistic on you. I mean, from his video, I could tell that some of these stories might be exaggerated, over to where it makes a lot of these Twilight fans just make them look like fucking brutes and all this shit. But you know, whatever. I mean, fucking legs getting broken, fractures, arms getting broken, getting in fights, getting jumped over, getting hit in the face, over a book, and over a fictional fucking character. I mean, I have nothing against people who like Twilight. I really don't care. If you like Twilight, good for you. I could care less. But when it gets to this point, it's just sad and pathetic that these people can't take any constructive, in some of it's constructive criticism too. I mean, not all criticism is bad, but they can't take any kind of criticism. They just shut down and just attack anybody who says otherwise. Which brings me to my next point, I guess. Fucking Twilight itself. I've read 10 chapters of the book, and I gotta say, it's horrible. It's wordy, poorly thought out, poorly written. I mean, nothing happens that's further advances the plot. It just happens in quick quick successions. But from what I've read and heard, main character or whatever is Bella, this fucking Mary Sue looking type of bitch. She moves to Washington for some reason, I don't know why, to go live with her dad. So she goes to the school, I think it was a high school or something, and she meets Edward Cullen. And another thing, if you were a vampire, in real life, I don't think you'd announce it as quickly as Edward did. I mean, it's just he just right off the bat, oh, vampire. And it's and that only made Bella love him more. I can see the whole love at first sight thing, but when he announces that he's a vampire, believe me and you, I think vampires for both genders. I mean, if let's say my girlfriend, right? If she was a vampire, and she told me, I think I'd shit my pants. But that just makes her love him more, which is kind of weird. But I guess if you have a vampire fetish, it's not really that weird. But well, I mean, to sum up the whole just the book series, whatever. There's no real plot advancement. There's no plot. The setting's dull. Characters are bland. You know. And another thing about Edward Cullen is that he claims to they claim to call him a vampire, right? But he's a fucking vegetarian and he fucking sparkles. Okay, tell me this. Which vampire have you heard from all the Stephen King novels? Because I only quote him because I pretty much only read Stephen King novels because it's really good. And any vampire novel other than Twilight, where have you ever seen a vampire sparkle in the sun, or be a vegetarian? Yeah, that took me a while. I mean, there is none, and I can see if she was trying to go for a new way of writing, But it's just pathetic. I thought vampires were supposed to burn in the sun and not be fucking vegetarians. It's like she just trampled on what it was to be called. She trampled the definition of vampire, really. She fucking shot it dead. And like, the story, like I said before, it's just bland as hell. There's no plot. Hardly any like surprise twist from what I've read and what I've heard. Damn. I guess we can finally move on to Stephinie Meyer, the whole cult lord of this shitfest. Well, everybody calls her a genius. Everybody calls her the best author ever. Not the best author, but she is a genius. She's a fucking genius at exploiting people. Yeah. I mean, she exploits, like, mostly girls, sometimes guys, that have been unfortunate with love, like, and so she makes the main character, Bella, fucking Mary Sue, like I said, she makes her out to be like a loveless teenage girl. I can understand where she's going with that, but so a lot of those chicks can relate to it, and guys can relate to it, so that, and they obsess over it. But shouldn't you be getting out there more? Like, instead of, falling in love with a fictional book character, go out and meet people. Whatever happened to the saying, better to have loved and lost than to have never loved at all? And, I mean, for me, I'm not saying Stephinie Meyer should get hit by a fucking car or anything. I'm just saying she needs to... I mean, it's either write the book or don't. And if one little leak is preventing you from writing a book, it's pathetic. So I guess that's just my that's the end of my rant, and I guess my 2 cents on the whole Twilight, fucking series, whatever. This is KZXKX, and bye, you two.